Games and Mental Health Promotion. Hi, my name is Katja Raitio. In this presentation, I will present some ideas how to use video games as a tool to promote mental health. Let's start with the definition of concept of video games. What are video games? A video game is an electronic game. Video games are played on various devices from consoles to computers and to mobiles. They can be played alone, with other physically present players, or with thousands of other online players. Video games include different genres and they can be played in different ways, example cooperatively, competitively and just for fun. So, why do we talk about these issues? The most reported effects of video games typically report the negative consequences. These include video game addiction, increased aggressiveness, and the various medical and psychosocial effects. However, there are quite a lot of references of the positive benefits of video games in the literature, including various review papers. That is the reason why it is important to think about how video games might be useful in mental health promotion in different ways. Video games can work as a therapeutic setting. Video games allow participants to experience novelty and challenge when engaging in fictional activities without real-life consequences. You can, example, climb to the mountain or face spiders in a safe environment. Through game immersion, it is possible to face fears and phobias. Playing video games has also been used to establish an effective therapeutic relationship. Especially when working with adolescents, video games might be the natural way to take contact and to start discussion. Therapeutic interventions have already been conducted exclusively in video game settings. One example is Sparks, and the results of the studies are promising. Adopting fictional roles has also been used for encouraging the practice of healthy behaviors and developing social skills. Video games can also be used as intervention tools. Playing video games makes it easier to achieve and maintain a person's undivided attention for a long period of time. Of course, a game needs to be interesting enough and motivate the gamer to do that. It is said that play is an essential activity for an emotionally healthy life, and the opposite of play is not work. The opposite of play is depression. Because video games offer immersion, they can be used in order to access different states of consciousness, helping people to regress to childhood play and creativity. Video game playing has been proposed as a visuospatial task for interfering with the elaboration of sensory imagery for traumatic events that are stressful. One example of these games is Tetris. Video games can be used as measurement and motivating tools. Video games can allow measuring of performance on a very wide variety of tasks, and they can be easily adapted, standardized, and understood. Video games can be used to observe individual behavior or performance and examine individual characteristics such as self-esteem, self-concept, goal setting, and individual differences. At the same time, video games are fun and stimulating. So they can be used to assist in setting goals, ensuring goal rehearsal, providing feedback, reinforcement, and maintaining records of behavioral change. It is important to remember that we are all different kind of gamers. What motivates one does not necessarily motivate another person. Video games can provide information about gamers and offer possibilities for new ways to treat mental health problems or to promote mental health. Video games can provide a large spectrum of people's profiles and diversity in study cases because video games diversity can attract participation of individuals across many demographic boundaries. Example, age range of gamers is huge, gender, ethnicity, video games are played all over the world, educational status, and so on. At the same time, it is important to take the novelty of subject into the account when we discuss about the game-based interventions within mental health field. Therefore, well-designed and robust intervention studies are needed before it can be claimed with confidence whether and how much the novelty of the topic is related to the study results. Still, online video games in clinical settings may facilitate access to individuals situated in different physical locations and to provide psychosocial support to the ones that have difficulties to attend healthcare services. Maybe video games could also reach some of those individuals who doesn't want to use the traditional mental health services. Video games have been successfully used in many ways. Example, to increase knowledge regarding academia, health, and society. There are studies which highlight the opportunities to use games and game-based methods to support learning. Example, voters and colleagues revealed that video games using student-centered learning were significantly better than more conventional learning in terms of learning and retention. In mental health field, games have been used to give psychoeducation. One example is remission. And it is a promising field to develop new ways to support recovery. But at the same time, in the gamification world, there is a term chocolate-covered broccoli, meaning you can't just cover something chocolate and make it instantly better. Like broccoli, because in the end, it is still broccoli. In a truly educational games, the design, setup, planning, and execution goes way beyond that. So, once again, the game is not answer to everything. You really need to think about what games to use and with whom it works. Video games have been used in order to change the player's behavior regarding health in a positive way. A meta-analysis of Desmet and colleagues studied on 64 different video games targeting improvements in lifestyle, and they revealed that using games had beneficial consequences for health. Example, diabetes, obesity prevention, as well as health and safety behaviors in young individuals aged 18 years and under. There are plenty of serious games targeted to promote health and to support behavioral change. Bronchi the Bronchosaurus for asthma self-management, Packy and Marlon for diabetes self-management, and Rex Ronan for smoking prevention. There are also lots of opportunities for mental health promotion. Example, to learn relaxation and acceptance skills, mindfulness, and so on. Video games have also been used in the context of exergaming, using games as physical exercise. Research regarding exergaming is mixed, with some naturalistic research finding little effects on physical activity, intensity, and duration. And at the same time, other research shows that exergaming can decrease body mass index and weight. There are some studies showing the effects of exergames, example with Nintendo Wii, on depressive symptoms. Isn't it obvious? And it supports evidence-based practice. Research shows that exercise is an effective treatment for depression, so all the methods that increase physical activities are relevant. So, should exergaming be implemented in everyday mental health care routines? What do you think about it? Research dating right back to the early 1980s has consistently shown that playing computer games produces increases in reaction times, improved hand-eye coordination, and raises players' self-esteem. Curiosity, fun, and the nature of the challenge also appear to add to a game's therapeutic potential. Games allows testing and trying different roles, situations, and scenarios without real-life consequences. Gaming might also provide possibilities for social networks and good relationships. Most importantly, games offer chances just to relax and have fun. Isn't that the best way to promote mental well-being? Thank you for listening.